ショーンさんはロサンゼルスで映画を学び、ハリウッドの現場を経験した後、日本へやってきました。現在は名古屋を拠点に英語劇団名古屋プレイヤーズのクリエイティブディレクターとして活動しています。ボランティアで成り立つ劇団を支え、資金や運営、演出まで幅広く担いながら演劇の可能性を信じ続けています。効率が求められる時代の中でも、人が集い生身で表現する舞台の力を大切にしている彼。今回はそんな彼の歩んできた道とこれからについてお話を聞きました。
I came to Japan about over 20 years ago, I think. So, maybe around 2005. But originally I came to Japan to go to a Japanese film school. So, before Japan, I was living and working in Los Angeles, and I was working in Hollywood, and I studied film for my university degree. So during university, I kind of fell in love with Japanese cinema, and there was a director. His name was Imamura Shohei, and I love his style. I love his work. So I was very inspired, and I wanted to come to Japan and learn his style. So at that time, there was a film school in Tokyo that was connected to Imamura. So that's why I came to Japan. I came to Japan to attend that film school. Well, technically I'm a freelancer. So in Japan, you say furita. So I have many different jobs, but for the performing arts, I'm the creative director of Nagoya Players, which is an English language theater group based in Nagoya, Japan. And as the creative director, I'm also the producer of pretty much all of the productions. And occasionally I will direct a show or write a show, but my main job with the theater group is being the producer. So in very simple terms, you provide the money and the power. So that's the producer's responsibility, is you provide enough resources to complete the show. But we're not on a professional level. We're an amateur group. So a producer, me as the producer, I have to do more than that. So it also involves a lot of logistics, which is scheduling and booking and paying the bills and generating money and just everything the group needs. I have to provide it or find a way to provide it. So, the job is more than just producer. It's everything. But that's typically what a producer is doing. They're providing the resources for a show. Honestly, that is our biggest challenge as a volunteer group. The only way we get money for the shows is from the previous show's ticket sales. So every time we make a show, we always have this concern: are we going to sell enough tickets? Luckily, since I've been leading the group, we've successfully sold enough tickets every year. But that's the biggest challenge. We don't get money from outside sources. There's no government support. Occasionally, we might get a small donation or a gift, but it's all ticket sales. So I guess it's one thing to be proud of. Every year we've made shows that have been successful. And every year we sell enough tickets and we can make a new show. But it's always a big concern, how do we continue, right? So it's a big challenge for the future. I've always had this attitude of, I can do it. I can take on any challenge. I can fight. I can do anything if I have enough energy, if I have enough knowledge, I can do it. And that's my general attitude. Now, but I want to give you an answer that might be an interesting story. So, talking about Nagoya Players, I think a very challenging decision was reviving the group. So, as I mentioned, the group is about 50 years old. And in that time, the group has high points and low points. In the 50 years of Nagoya Players, a few times the group has gone dark. And that's for various reasons. That's maybe because there's not enough people or not enough money or no one made a plan, things like that. So back in the early 2000s, when I came to Nagoya, it was at a time when Nagoya Players was dark. And one day I saw an announcement, and the announcement said, oh, Nagoya Players is starting a new show. And I thought, this is something I want to be involved in. Because I was motivated to join the group and help them with their revival, because I have a very strong passion for community, and I have a very strong passion for the arts. So I come from Los Angeles, California, and Los Angeles has an amazing, vibrant, active arts community. There are so many artists, musicians, actors, writers, there's everything. And it's very supportive. Of course, there's the business side of it, and there's many stories about, dodgy people and things like that. But there's a lot of amazing artists that have built a community in LA, and that's where I came from. So when I came to Nagoya, Nagoya doesn't have that, or didn't have that. So I was wanting to build that. So I joined that production, and that production was the 12 Angry Men production. The reason it was a bit challenging was because of me. I was new to Japan, maybe my second, third year in Japan, I guess. And I had just come from Hollywood. And I was working in Hollywood. And the Hollywood system is a very, very strict system. You have to follow everything perfectly. And you can't make mistakes. And it's very top down. And basically, the Hollywood system means you have to be perfect all the time, and follow instructions, and listen to the top, right? On that first show, I ran into this immediate problem where the cast and the crew were not from the Hollywood system. Some of them had experience in theater through high school or university. Some of them had zero experience in theater and production. So my approach at that time was, we have to do it the Hollywood way. We have to do it the system way. And a lot of people didn't understand what I was talking about, or they didn't like that system. But I was much younger then, but I forced them to use that system. I forced them to follow that system, and it created some tension. Some people got it, some people didn't like it, but the result was a success. We had a very, very successful comeback show, and the group came out of the dark and we started again, and from that point it got unstable, but we were able to stabilize over time, and now the group is healthy again. So theater is a big part of what I work on, but I also work in film and video. I do camera, I do editing, I do writing, I'm in all kinds of creative arts. In the last few years, I've been transitioning into writing, and I've written one novel, and I'm currently working on a second novel. The second novel is a very, very big project. It's maybe in Japan it's not a popular genre, but it's called a grim dark. Grim dark is dark fantasy. So it means there's some magic in the story, but there's a lot of violence and there's a lot of unethical behavior. I'm very fascinated with the genre of grim dark because it explains things very clearly. It can explain things very clearly in a very brutal way. And where I'm currently at as a creator, as an artist, we're living in a very strange time where I guess I can say the reality of our time is quite grim dark. We're living in a very, it's weird because we have a lot of great technology, we have a lot of great science and medicine and philosophy and psychology, and we know a lot about the world, but we're still a very, very violent, brutal world. And you can just turn on the TV any given night and see what's happening in the different war zones, see what's happening with all the conflicts between countries. It's kind of a grim, dark reality. So anyway, I'm very fascinated by the genre, and my next project is in the grim, dark genre. So it's historical fiction as well. So it's about American history and kind of there are things in American history that are not discussed and haven't been resolved, and my grim dark fantasy touches on those topics.